8:13, our Healthy Living segment with our good friends from Family Physiotherapy Center. Steve Brown is here, along with John Wilson, who's a fundraiser for the Alzheimer Society. We're going to get into more of that. Tell me about Alzheimer's and your connection to it through Family Physiotherapy and exactly what it is for a lot of people.
Yeah, I will tell you in terms of the definition that we usually go by, and that is it's a disease of the brain, which we have plaques in that will affect the actual nerve conduction in the brain in the hippocampus region of the cortex, which affects your memory and mental functioning and what have you. Our connection with Alzheimer's is the fact that we do a number of long-term care facilities around Eastern Ontario, as well as retirement home care. So we see a lot of people with Alzheimer's in these homes and in these places, and so we're treating with them every day. We're looking at different rehabilitation techniques to maintain their independence and maintain their quality of life as much as possible.
Which becomes increasingly more difficult to do. John, in your case, both your parents have Alzheimer's, correct?
Yes, that's right.
And you know, you see the deterioration in their mental capacity, as it were, but yet they're still functioning human beings, right? Mm-hmm. So that balance is going to be difficult to attain. You know, physical activity, staying active, yet, you know, dealing with Alzheimer's at the same time.
Yeah, it's very difficult. Some of the medication actually they use to keep them calm or less anxious actually helps to kind of shut them down physically to a certain extent. I know in my father's case, within a very short time, like within a month period, I was walking like 5 kilometers a day with him, and within the 2 weeks he couldn't walk 3 blocks. So just after this medication started kicking in, and how they, you know, it's unfortunate as part of the system as to how they have to take care.
We have a pretty big fundraiser coming up on Sunday. The annual Walk for Memories is at Carleton University. I'm very happy to be the MC for the day, but it's important to, as you well know, to raise funds for the Alzheimer Society, right?
Absolutely. This walk is really raising funds for the local society to help the caregivers, because the caregivers are really hard hit and need a lot of help as to how to deal with people with Alzheimer's.
Right.
Yeah. So it's this is, I think, 70% of the funding has to be raised through fundraisers like this. The Alzheimer Society has.
That's got to be a difficult task too, Steve, for your therapist to, you know, interact with people, and it becomes it's you know, a skill to be able to do that, right? Not only get the information and the physiotherapy they need, but to interact and make sure they're clear on what they need to be doing.
Yeah, that's the real artistic ability of the therapist, of being able to cope and manage the actual person and their personalities and things like that. Like John was saying, it's with the medication, it's a pro and con. You get this sort of decrease in anxiety in that, but you lose the actual physical function. So we try to do that as little as possible in terms of without the medication, to try and help them cope. And there's different ways in terms of within the environment that they're living to help out as well.
Yeah. One way people can help out, John, is through fundraising. I know your group is super fundraisers. Matter of fact, amongst the top in the province, right?
Yeah, we've been doing very well. I've been in it for 3 years now. My sister joined me for a couple of years, and now we're building a bigger team.
Right.
And this year, for the Ottawa Valley, we're the Rent for Memory Makers, and we're sitting at the top of the fundraising for Ontario, which I hope is actually encouraging other people to try to raise more money to come up to the same kind of level. Which is really the whole objective.
And in turn, you know, it helps educate people here in this particular region and all around us, because part of the problem with Alzheimer's is it hits so many people at different ages. It doesn't really discriminate age-wise, because a lot of people get it at an early age. And there's so many different areas that it affects in different lives that it's hard to understand for a lot of people. But to get that education out there is key, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The Alzheimer Society is a great resource for the community to contact and go from there. And I know John's had a great experience with them as well. So definitely give the Alzheimer Society a shout and come out and walk with us on Sunday.
Yeah, we're you know, it's wide open for people to come to walk, and if you can't make it, please support somebody who is walking and help us raise some funds. And it's actually quite I went for the first time last year. It was a good time. We had a blast, lots of great live music, and it's inside at Carleton University in the field house there. You don't have to walk outside at -30. Wouldn't make you do that in January, but it's a great fundraiser and a great initiative, and lots of people around there with information that is very valuable. Thanks for coming by today, fellas. I'll see you on Sunday.
Great.
Looking forward to it.
Thank you.
It's the Walk for Memories. You can get information at their website. I think it's walkformemories.ca. Is that
That's
right?
correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just go there and get some info, maybe help out a little bit financially. If not, come out and join us for a nice walk on Sunday.